Hey, Rusty. Got a very special guest joining us here in Brock Nealing, Perth Racing racing manager. Brock, welcome along the Straight Up.
Good afternoon, boys. How are we today?
We're going well. Congratulations on the way that Ascot presented for that opening meeting. It was fantastic.
No, thanks, guys. Yeah, we had a great day. The weather really turned it on for us, and both sides of the fence went really well. We're really pleased with how the track performed, and the crowd was great, and there was a lot of energy around the racecourse.
A lot of times you'll hear, sort of horror stories or disgruntled punters. They had to wait for a drink. They had to wait for a bet. The food wasn't good. I've heard none of that. Obviously, I wasn't out there on Saturday, but I've heard none of it. And Rusty said, I checked with him before this conversation, Big Russell was telling us that everything went smoothly from the hospitality side as well.
Yeah, no, we did. We had a great day. The feedback's been hugely positive. And probably the lack of phone calls from us on a Sunday morning into Sunday afternoon was a really good measure as well. That we had a nice quiet day, and we're looking for a similar effort from the team this Saturday.
Now, Brock, the only thing that I found for the day was a few people got caught out with the early start. A few were unawares that we were racing from midday, so I think that's something for people to just probably sell a bit harder. And some got caught out with the 10 a.m. There was a trial of opening the gates at 10 a.m. and there was quite a few numbers at the gates. Are we going to continue with that 10 a.m. trial for the gates opening for the public?
Yeah, we are. It's probably just the cost of opening a full race course the size of Ascot, and as we always have a few patrons and members like to get in a bit early for those. A couple of early races it was Crawford on Saturday, and so they might have missed out on a race or two, but it's just purely down to the cost, and we'll continue to monitor it. And actually, if you do look at it, you have a lot of other race courses. Obviously, being on the west coast, we are feeding into those eastern states clubs, but those Eastern Staters usually open an hour before the first. Obviously, they don't have to wait for anyone else. But, we'll continue to monitor it. But, it's just the cost of opening a race course of the Ascot size that early. So it will continue on for 10 o'clock. Yep.
Mate, by about race 3 or 4, there was a really, really good crowd in. The people just kept turning up. All the areas seemed generated. All the areas seemed very well patronised. And there, as you say, there was a real buzz about Ascot that only Ascot brings to racing.
Yeah, no, definitely, and to hear the roar of the crowd, when they turn for home, is something where you probably don't get quite that atmosphere at Belmont. And I took a few patrons out to the barriers, and when you look back over to the grandstand and the horses are coming down the home straight, and you hear that roar of the crowd, we're really pleased to get in 5,000 on opening day, which was a bit more than what we expected, and everything went smoothly, like you said. So we got Sporting Legends Day this Saturday, so everyone can come along and see some of the old greats and some of the new ones coming through. So that'll be in the bookies area, and everyone will be able to get a selfie and an autograph from those guys between races 2 and 3 and 3 and 4.
Oh, that's fantastic. So weather forecast, shower or 2, up to 3 mil. Now the wind, northwesterly 20 to 30, tending westerly 25 to 40 during the morning, and then decreasing to 15 to 20 during the evening. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. What are you expecting?
Yeah, I think probably if it is a true westerly, it's one, and particularly starting with that northwesterly and swinging straight westerly, it's something for the punters to really keep an eye on. They might be looking for that bit of cover down the back straight and into the home turn, because they will be facing a pretty strong breeze. That generally, we really like the southwesterly. That's sort of a head-on breeze down the home straight. But if it is that strong 40 km/h genuine westerly, northwesterly, they will be facing it down the side, particularly coming from that 1,200 metre start and down that long back straight. So definitely one to keep an eye on. You might have a few looking for a bit of cover that may not have on a normal day at Ascot.
Rail out to 3 metres from true?
Yeah, just covering that wear and tear. It's pretty similar rail plan to what we had last year. We were out at 12 metres yesterday, and we're really pleased with how it bounced back after Saturday as well. So very minimal marking down from that first race meeting, and we'll just cover that bit of wear and tear on the corner going out to the 3 metres, and we'll continue to do that over the next 3 or 4 weeks and continually push it out and then back in for the the start of the Pinnacles.
And great field numbers right across the day over the 10 races, Brock. The biggest would be, 12, I think, starters, but they're all between 10 and 12 starters right across the day. Yeah,
no, really even spread again. So that's it's a great punting card. There's a few favourites in there that be one to look at. I think we saw Super Smink. We've been keeping a close eye on him, and he's been looking really well. So he might be one for the punters to keep an eye on early on in his prep. And potentially Pike's picked a good one in the last again. So it might be the two to keep an eye on later on in the card.
Okay, Brock. Always great to start straight up with you each Saturday. All the best out there on Saturday for Eurythmic and RS Crawford Stakes Day.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.
Well done, Brock.
GM Racing for Perth Racing. There is Brock Nealing. Breaking news here, and pardon the pun, but indefinite delay at Northern. Barrier attendant being taken to hospital with a serious leg injury. It's all Mac's been told at this stage, and we'll keep an ear down the line as to any other further developments with that. So indefinite delay at Northern. So that gives us a chance to maybe address a couple of those texts early from the Mundaring Hotel.
We can, Marty, yes. Men, fair play to Brad last week on Twisted Steel. Too good for us, albeit I will be recouping that back on Jazz Session this week. Very generous pricing this morning. I'm also back with my lays. Race 7, Black Aura. Race 10, Eccentric Nature. Both unders, query position in run, weight swings, and think both should be queried stepping out in distance. If only I tried this hard to get a woman to lay in bed with me. That's from Jeff of Lathlane.
Jesus, Jeff. Snuck that one through.
The full Rat Pack is back, assembled for straight up this week. And don't discount Pygmalion in race 2 at decent odds. Never runs a bad race. Plenty of upside after breaking maiden status. Barrier may be the only concern. I'm just hoping that Riley doesn't tip it on top and put the kiss of death on it. It's from Greg L.
I think there was a winner today at Northern that had Pygmalion form, didn't it?
Yeah, Salty Miss.
Yeah?
Franked it.
Yeah, Salty.
There we go. Big Fergo from Boschwood. He says, g'day lads, quick question is concerned with the case of possible mistaken identity causing a disruption to this week's Ascot event. Has Big John been boshed by them confusing him with Hutchie?
A nasty blow.
Who picks the... Oh, that's a footy question. We might leave that one for the morning, boys. Good afternoon, champions. Was glad to see Wesley Cameron taken off the top rung of outrageous tweeter or tweet of the year for a weekend after Gareth's carrying slip-up last Sunday.
Jeez, the boys are coming hard early.
Moonwalker, my best of the day on Saturday.
They won't be getting these through in a month. Don't worry about that.
Moonwalker, my best of the day on Saturday. Looks a progressive type. You'll like this one, Bradley. Afternoon, lads. Game is gone. What do we think of Rope the Min's chances this week? Should be $1.70 and think it would beat Car Ying Rising. That's from Gibbo. So Gibbo's pretty keen on Rope the Min in the RS Crawford. And one of our texters is also very happy. No paper cups for pints at Ascot last weekend. Big win.
Good on him. That is a good win.
Yeah.
Oh, massive win.
Right, race number 1. Let's start on this monumental card with a monumental tipping team. The Tap Touch West Speed Platinum Handicap, Climb on Top, 7 to 650. Saturday Sesh, 440, 480, 460. Gold Maker, 5 to 330. For Why Me, 850 out to $17. 5 Frappuccinos, 41 to 26. 6 Swansea, 5 out to 8. 7 He's Archie, 13 to 15. 8 is Rainline, 480, 440. And 9 Bell Journey out to $16.
Local sharp money gold maker, 500 at the $5. Rainline, 500 at the 460. Saturday Sesh, 400 at the 460. Climb on Top, 300 at the 650. And 200 at the $7. More Saturday Sesh money, more gold maker money. Actually turning into a nice little betting race.
Yes, that's what we want. Mars Maps, Speed Maps. We've got Frappuccino and Swansea going forward. Any additions?
Saturday Sesh.
Saturday Sesh.
Probably boxing behind the leader.
Yep. From Barrier 1?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, you want to fire away, Riles?
I can do, Mark. Not a race.
Yeah, well, just keep it nice and tight for the not a race.
I'm overly keen on getting involved in. Happy to sit on my heels in the opener. Gee, I thought Climb on Top was a good win last start. It's been a red-hot form race since. You look at Wembanyama, Kalora ran second last Saturday. My mate ran second last Saturday, and Harbin, a winner at Northam last week, all through that same form reference. And he's a proven weight carrier, drops a bit of weight here into what I think is a weaker race than the race that he contested last start after Zephyr Johnston Porter's claim. And he's been a hard horse to trust over the course of the journey and hasn't been one to really, hold his form, Rusty. He's not been a horse that strings wins together over the course of his career, or at least he hasn't to date. But I think if you were looking for a bet in the opener, the each way about Climb on Top certainly appeals for mine if I was looking for something, but not a race I'm overly keen on getting involved in. Saturday Sesh gets a great run, either kicking through to lead or box seating, and Goldmaker deserves a win, but with his racing pattern finds it very difficult.
Absolutely, Riley. Look, Saturday Sesh was fantastic for us in Kalgoorlie. We did mail it as the best in the country, and it got the chocolates 320 into, I think it jumped 270, 260. It won really well. No, but it did win like a really good horse, and it won like a horse that could go places. Ash Maley certainly is in form. The horse itself, 3 out of its last 4 have been winning. Strawn won, I think it'll sit right behind Frappuccino, and it looks definitely the one to beat. I think it's good value.
Yep.
Very hard to beat. I think Climb on Top, as Riley said, will be right there. Couple of question marks for me over the current favourite Goldmaker. Going well, racing well, but 1 from 18 worries me as a punting perspective. And Rainline, 1 from 12. I know it gains Pike, but it's 518 days now since it last saluted, and that's a long time in anyone's business. Swansea was okay. A little bit disappointing after box seating there at Northam. But that's the race. I'm very, very keen. Saturday Session. I think this horse is a Saturday great horse, and I think it's going to get the perfect trip there in the first.
And very importantly with Saturday Sessions, by Sessions.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Saturday Session last start, that may have been the giftiest gift to ever have been gifted. So I'm a bit concerned this start that you've got Frappuccino on the race as well, and to some extent Swansea. I'm looking for one that I think has a bit of upside, run off its legs first up. Some chance it gets the camp off Frappuccino and Saturday Sesh in Swansea. I'm
like it.
A little bit interested as it drifts towards $10 Swansea each way.
Camp flying as well. Merrill's team going very nicely.
Very well.
Yes. Okay, so Saturday Sesh for you, Russ, out of the first. That's about
Definitely.
it.
Very keen.
Nothing for me, mate.
No, I'm with you. We were with Saturday Sesh. I don't know if you told our listeners about Kalgoorlie. And said,
I think we should, but no, we've done it before.
So we'll stay with it. Race number 2, the MCA Polytrack Handicap over the 1,100 metres. A quick one off the text line too to sneak it in from the Mundaring Hotel. Mart, we got the Mart's Maps AI after last week's illustrious debut, auspicious debut. Haven't had a holiday in 10 years. I'm now off to Bullabulling for Christmas. It was that good, honestly. Look,
I think the tavern's actually closed.
No, but you can still stay out the back. They've got rooms.
In a swag.
Look, the AI, unfortunately, didn't work for the first 6 races. We had some technical issues, but we've got the quaddie legs coming. So
Dougal.
There you go. But make sure you have the pens ready. It was outstanding last week. Don't worry about that.
He's a good boy. MCA
Polytrack Handicap. And $4.80 to $4 as pin deep. Resonate Oars out $41 around that. Justin James, $3.40 to $4.20. Under Influence, 7 to 11. Thermosphere Lad is $21. Been around that. Magali Magic, $5.50 to $4.60. This will show you is 20. Mighty Hassana is $7.50, $6.50. Oliver's Me Mama, Olivia's Me Mama's $41. Pygmalion is 11 into $8.50. And Tea Biscuit, half to Sea Biscuit, is $26 from $31.
Also a half to tea bag, Mart. There's a bit of money early for just St James at the 420, 400 there. Not a lot else to speak of, really. Most of the movement has been market merging.
Markets merging, the old MM. Well, there's a bit of speed in this race, I thought, with the likes of, Pin Deep and Thermosphere Lad and little bit of This Will Show You coming across from 10. Olivia's Me Mama, or even Olive's Me Mama, it's in there as well. And down the bottom to Seabiscuit, a half the tea biscuit. So I think we need to find a horse just tracking up with a bit of cover.
Not to mention Mighty Hosanna and Resonator.
Well, they could all lead. Could have.
There's a lot of speed here.
Seems to be, but we said that last week about the sprint race, and it turned out to be an absolute
walkfest.
Sprint
encounter.
Which the sprint?
The race that Surfside Session won.
Oh, that. Yeah. The one I tipped the winner in and told you about $81 chance to more or something. Threw that in or something.
The trumpet.
God, I've missed.
When's the last time anyone tipped something at $81 that's run a place on this program? Last week.
Oh, give it a rest. We know how good you are, Mark. It's okay.
That's all right. It's just a comeback. You know what I mean?
It was a good comeback.
Yeah.
It's been a long
time. I've been on the outer.
It's a big drought.
It's been a long week.
AI's back. Come on, Roz. What are we doing here? Race 2.
MCA Polytrack.
I'm really happy to follow the drift with just St. James. As we mentioned, there's plenty of speed and looks to be good pressure in this race on paper. I thought he trialled up incredibly well for his return. Essentially alongside Elite Bow, who couldn't have won much more impressively at Ascot there yesterday. You go back and watch his fresh run. Last campaign, he was a moral beaten at Northam off a similarly good trial, and some of his performances last campaign I think would be easily good enough to be winning this race. So at the price, I think you're getting a really backable price at that sort of 440, 420 region with just St. James. I've got respect for Mighty Hosanna. I know the Taylors have got a good opinion of her. Goes well fresh, should be able to blend across and into a nice enough spot, and trialled up alongside Rostislav, who ran a bottler in that Max Simmons, and Pin Deep ran them ragged at Northern last start, but 61 he's getting up there at the weights and looks to be a lot more pressure here, and just doesn't seem to be the same horse at Ascot as he is at Northern. He loves it in the Avon Valley. So just St. James at $4.20 with Tab Touch at the moment. I think that's a nice bet to kick off the day.
Okay, I think you've covered the race really well. The only one you miss is Magali Magic, which is probably the way I'd be going in the race. Draw 1, I think it's going to get to sit right behind the leaders. There's going to be really genuine speed here. Pin Deep will go forward. Mighty Hosanna from 7, I think it'll come across and probably sit in the breeze. But you have got other speed there. Resonator drawn well. And, of course, down the bottom, Tea Biscuit. Pygmalion, that run was certainly frank today. We sold him Miss Waltzing in there at Northern, but it's coming out of maiden grade. Just St. James, it's been good, fresh, nice trial, very, very soft trial there behind Elite Bow. I'm just a little bit concerned about the barrier and where it's going to get to in the run. It may do a little bit more work than expected. So I'm happy to go Lucy Fiore, Magali Magic on the each-way basis in the second.
You said the Taylors have a big opinion of Mighty Hosanna?
They seem to, yeah. Lockie has always said all the way through the journey that they think she's a nice mare. So
they had a big opinion of Lockie once too. Just St. James will get me at the mid $4 mark. Right. I think it's the right sort of setup for just St. James to be winning this race.
Okay, so 2 for just St. James and 1 for Magali Magic in race number 2. That is fantastic work for the Mundaring Hotel.
Welcome to Straight Up. To have your say, send in a text on 0427 789 571. The best texter on today's show will win a $100 voucher to be redeemed at the magnificent Mundaring Hotel, the heart of the hills since 1899. Go to mundaringhotel.com.au.
Before we have a look at race number 3, Northam is still in an indefinite delay stage, I think, from that text line.
There's a rumour going around that someone stole your glasses, Riley. Let me know if this is true, and I will find them. I have contacts. I can confirm. Rusty can also vouch for me that they're on.
They're back. They're on, and they look fantastic.
You did leave them on a plane one day, though, didn't you?
I did, yes.
Yeah. On purpose.
How did you
go
back?
Bullets firing at me from absolutely everywhere, and I would manage to get back on the plane and found them. Wow. So they're back.
Very good, mate.
Terrific.
There's a bit going on with your
little $29
spectacle.
My granny has the exact same hair, Mark.
There's $29 job.
Fair dinkum. That would have been 29 pence.
I reckon they're the same colour even.
Terrific to have Gav from Golden Bay with us as well. He
Golden Bay
says
Gav.
Lady Shenandoah will win the Everest.
Thank you
Back to
very
her
much.
track. Walla will have her right. So
Yes,
Lady
I'm with
Shenandoah.
you. That's an AI tip. Glenroy Chaff Plate. Hey, we've covered all the Eastern, so don't leave too early today because we've got all those Eastern Status
On
covered.
the AI.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Before I ran out of bandwidth.
Anyone that agrees with Mart, their tip's been AI generated.
One Fiery Sparks, 21. This is the Glenroy Chaff. Terrific race, 1400. Two split the G's. Yeah, 290. Psalm Time Lucky, 850. Holler Nuff. 550. Did hit 650. Rubens Ceiling is 16 into 11. Number 6 is October Rocks, 21. 7 Ole Grande, 51. 8 is Moonwalk into 310. 9 is Solar Crest at 21. And 10 Corso Venezia is $91.
A bit of money out wide each way at Fury Spark there. A couple of hundred at the $18. Champion. October Rocks, 300 at the $18. Double champion. Apart from that, there's not a lot else to report.
Rubens Calling coming across the lead. Rubens
merging.
Ceiling.
That big move, by the way, 16 to 11. Market's merging because we haven't seen much money for it.
No. Is that your thoughts?
Ole Grande, Ruben Ceiling look the two main speed influences for mine, Mart.
I agree.
Mart, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Why don't you fire away, Rusty?
All right, good race this again. Split the G. I thought it was disappointing last week, but when you go back and watch...
You're harsh.
Hang on. But when you go back and watch the... on face value, I thought, hang on, this is not a good run. Then you go back and watch the replay. It was enormous. It was an absolutely enormous run. See why it's $2.90, and it is clearly the horse to beat. Moonwalk definitely looks a Saturday grade. The team's flying. The win at Northern was excellent. And he sort of came from behind them, 3 back on the rail, got out, move around almost the entire field and got the chocolates. But the one I like one at a really good price, talking about getting one up at $21 or maybe $26. Solar Crest for Tony Triscari. It's a maiden. It's a change of jockey to Sean O'Donnell. The run, it ran 7th behind Fiery Spark when it won its 2-year-old Saturday grade at Bunbury. But the run when it resumed at Kalgoorlie, it looked very green. It was slow out. It got well back. The last 100 metres was excellent. And with Sean O'Donnell going on, I think the 1400 is going to be ideal for this horse. I did see it was scratched from today, where it was a really good chance in that race today to take on the $80,000 stake on a Saturday. And I think you could do a lot worse than it. It's certainly better than that price. $21 I think is excellent value, and I think it's an each way bet at that price.
And Testaferro form, I reckon, will be pretty strong. It might be a very nice horse.
Well, it's 1-2 from 2.
Yeah.
It's 1-2 from 2.
It's one of a number of horses that I thought scratched from very winnable races this week to head to alternative options on the weekend. There's been a few of them, and we'll get to a few more of them a bit later on the program. For a tip, I'll go with Moonwalk. I found it really difficult to split the top two in the market, and thought a lot of this race would come down to tactics and who would get the right sort of a run throughout. Moonwalk was a touch slow out of the barriers at Northern, but 1,000 metres was always going to be a bit short of her best, and was still able to reel them in pretty comfortably off the back of a stylish trial. She bumped into some nice ones in her debut preparation as well, and looks a horse that was always going to get out over a bit of ground, and just like the fact that she gets in on the minimum, the 54 kilos as well. Pike rides from a good draw, and just hoping that she can utilise that barrier and sit in the first half of the field in running with a bit of a cleaner getaway this time around. I think she's more than capable. Split the G, huge run in review last week. Seemingly, we know she's got tactical speed, Brad, but seemingly thriving on being ridden very neutral out of the barriers. So I did think there was a chance, or more than likely, that she is 3-back defence, which you do always need a little bit of luck to find the right splits from that position. So I struggled to split the pair. I'm very respecting of Split the G and what she's done at her previous couple of runs, but I've just been taken by what Moonwalk's done in her career to date. I think she looks a really nice filly, so not a bet for me at the price, but Moonwalk would be my on-topper in this race.
Rusty? Are you betting?
Yeah, each way, Solar Crest.
Solar Crest.
I'm with Zachy off the text line, whose best of the day is Moonwalk. So I'm with you, Zach.
No bet for me. Intrigued to watch the race because there's a few that have shown a bit, especially going up in distance as well. So, and that's including horses like Reuben Sealing and October Rocks. So there's a few horses in this with some serious ability at the mile.
And just one out wide I'm throwing in as well. I've got an opinion of Fiery Spark. We certainly didn't see his best over the 1,000 at Belmont on the 20th of September. Been given a little freshen up. Blinker's first time, 1,400 metres. Going to get a long way back, but wouldn't surprise to see him really rattling home and running a much better race at a big price.
Info from Northern, thanks to Darren, passing this down the line, across the line. 4:23 is our next, so we're 12 minutes away. Let's have an update here. The Regional Men's Health working with Warriors handicap over the mile. And one of Murder Grace is 12-3 is Age of Grace at 280. 4 is Sweet Tea. Ooh. Any involvement? No.
Negative.
$5. The Bond at the Bus. 5 Vancouver Storm is 11. 6 Sideshot 950. 7 Snip of Gossip 340. 8 High Precision is 20 and 9 Knock One Back is $15. So that race about 12 off the next at Northam. We're up to race number 4, National Thoroughbred Week, 20 to 24th of November handicap over the 1,200 metres. And at number 1 is Canny Rock. 21 into 14. Good specking there. Clean 'em Up is 13 into 750. And Invincible Power, $7. Number 4, Magnus Choice, 310. 5, Mr. Spree is 18 Spect. 6, False Statement, 51. 7, Pretty Divine, 41. 8, Sparkle Corners, 26. First Beach is 10. Norma Stars, 91. And Pure Excess at $3. But I think you'll find there'd be a bit of going on there too, wouldn't there?
Oh,
or genuine specking.
Spot on as usual, Marsh. Pure Excess, 400 at the 260. Canny Rock, local pro money there at the bigger price, $19 in and $4.20 the place, large place component. Magnus Choice, a bit of win money there at the $3.20. Clean 'em Up, local sharp money, a couple of hundred there at the $13. So that's a genuine go. A little bit each way, Pretty Divine, worth noting as well for Mac Hall, who's just shooting the lights out at the moment.
I think he's on the Sports Daily tomorrow morning, Hour of Power, young Mac.
Mac Waller, they're calling him.
Well, Pretty Divine, I thought from one, be pretty keen to jump and control it a bit. Who else have I got going up? Sparkle Corner coming across from, is it 3 or 8? 3. What else we got there, Riles?
Thought they might press forward Mr. Spree, look for a position over the speed.
Possibly Caddy Rock, possibly Clean 'em Up.
Pretty Divine will lead, no doubt about that, from inside draw. I'm pretty keen here with Magnus Choice. First up, thought he trialled super for his return behind a flying machine in Lord Shiva, and you also had King of Light and Exceed the Planet essentially hitting the line alongside him in that trial in what was a pretty hot little heat. He only had the one run last prep, really strong third behind 6-inch Heels, who was airborne at the time, and the second horse, Pondmaster, in a similar vein, was flying and carried the 59 on that day as well. And you go through that race, Rusty, and there's just been winners everywhere from that race since left, right and centre. You go back to his initial prep, dominated God's Gate, subsequent Saturday winner, was a big run in a placid arc from a very wide gate. The map looks the only slight concern for mine, a touch sticky, but I think if Stevie Parnham can overcome it, that he can make a winning return in what's a pretty thin graduation, I think. I've got a lot of respect for Pure Excess. She gives the impression she could be a filly that could, despite the fact that she's eligible for maiden company, that could break her maiden in a graduation. Not usually my go-to setup, but she does look like she's very sharp. Her 2 runs in her debut prep were terrific over the 1,000 metres and raced like a horse who wants a bit further, so I like the fact they're kicking her off at 12. Trial was sharp, but the knock I maybe have, not really a knock, more just a query, is that the time was okay, and the opposition was also, I don't think there was a lot in that trial, so that's maybe my knock on that. So it might have visually looked a bit better than it was, and I'm going to be very intrigued to see what the market does with her. Brad?
Was that the siren? He's rubbing us up with a siren now. Gee, Riley.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back.
You need that orchestra that plays them off at the awards ceremony.
See, that's what happens.
I was actually, before I was rudely interrupted,
Yes, mate.
I was asking our market man,
Markets.
I guess asking markets. I'm intrigued to see what the market does with her, Brad. What do you anticipate?
It'll be very interesting. Market's very cold, pure access early, and data has Magnus Choice pretty short too, doesn't it? So I'm keen pure access, but $3 plus gets me. But yeah, there's a lot of money already for Magnus Choice. Frosty.
Yeah, Trevor Andrews, stable firing. I think Magnus Choice. I agree with Riley. The form's just a better form line. Running 6th in a Placid Arc, betting God's Gate. 3rd to 6-inch heels. The trial was okay, but I just think this horse, on class alone, will be the one to beat. I can't be tipping anyone into a maiden going into a 60 plus. Obviously, Daniel Morton's got a good regard for this filly, and obviously Lucy Fiore's grabbed the ride. Pikey's gone the other way. He's gone Invincible Power, so he's hopped off the filly. Maybe would that be weight? Why would he have hopped off that filly? Maybe the 54 at this stage of the year.
Maybe the fact that she was going to race at Northam today, and Dan may have made a late call to pull her out of that race, and Willie might have already been booked thinking that she was going to Thursday ahead of Saturday. Yeah,
but they're the three in the race. The market's right, the market's there, and it's got it. And I don't think it goes much wider than that, and pretty easy race, I think, for mine. Not a strong lot, but if you're going just on class, I'm heading the same way as you, Riles. I'm Magnus Choice.
Anything in the book there for you, Big Eddie?
Pure excess. Pikey's riding something else at 54, so that won't be the reason. So,
okay,
right. So pure excess for you.
Yeah. Yep.
You've been very on top of your game over the last few. I think the return to Ascot's brought the best out in you, hasn't it?
I just love having four blokes in a small room.
Can I just say, I did see him out there. He came up to the members area. And if there was a Fashions on the field last week...
Oh, he's a fashionista.
He would have won.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
The apricot matching ensemble with the nice dark blue suit.
Slacks.
Mate, would have been...
Was it a three-piecer?
No, two.
Just wait till he gets the three-piecer out.
He was a certainty. I had him at about $1.90 if there was a Fashions on the field. There wasn't one last week, but I'll be keeping that outfit. It's a beauty.
Magnificent work. So just round it up for race number 4 into the book.
Section, isn't it, Rusty?
Magnus Choice in the book for me,
Magnus,
and unfortunately they don't let me up in the members.
That's a good thing. Magnus Choice, mate.
You have to wear collared glasses up.
That can make your hands clap.
Yes, welcome back. It is Straight Up. We're here for the Mundaring, also for the Currumbine TAB. Yes, the Currumbine Quaddie is back, $100 up for grabs, so get them in on 0427 789 571 for Retrovision.
A lot of Everest tips rolling in, so hang around because the AI...
It's going to be massive.
Won't be far away.
Huge. We're going to blow it up today. Blow it up. There's some tips here that you'd think you'd have to be AI to get it. Honestly.
I've got the AI from last week. We must have another review of that later. No, we should.
Review it.
Well, the first one was cute as can be.
Yeah.
Went all right.
Ran third, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Now Bradley's taking...
you've stopped us now.
He's taking the speakers off. Doesn't want to get involved. What else have we got there for Mundaring? Hang on one sec. Here's Darren.
4:53.
Okay, just like that. 4:53 for the following race number 8 at Northam. Yep. For Mundaring.
Well, there's a football one off the text line. We can read it. We do say if you text in, we'll read it out. You text,
get on. Yeah. That's it.
Who picks the squads, coaching staff or treasurer at AFL clubs? If Jack Steele wants to stay but gets kicked out for a third-round pick, did Lyon agree to this or is it out of his hands?
Oh, Lyon probably said you got to go.
I think the writing was on the wall when he made him the sub a few weeks consecutively this year as captain.
So Lyon has taken over as the football manager at the moment because was it Dale missing or something? He's gone missing.
Moved on.
Well,
Yeah.
it says to me that Ross Lyon has said, I'm going to be here for a good time, not a long time. We're going all out my way or the highway for the next three or so years, and we're going to have a proper crack at breaking the duck and winning a premiership, and then if we haven't done it by then, I'm out and Enright can take over.
Yeah.
And he only just missed it, Freo. But what happened that next 3 years?
And you can
Boy,
say
did
the
they
same thing
bottom
about St
out.
Kilda as well.
And he's
But-
got, I reckon he's got a proper coaching waiting to handball too afterwards as
Enright.
well in Corey Enright.
Okay, we'll just take that back, Matt, because we've got to keep moving here. It's a very busy day in the studios at Gloucester Park. Tab Radio going statewide, by the way. And talking about statewide, racing at Leinster on Saturday. And this could be a new segment we'll start and run it for a couple of weeks called Rusty's Rant.
Couple of weeks, if that.
No, look, I'm just in shock. I printed off the Leinster form.
Yeah.
9:26 a.m. start, is it?
Yeah.
Is it that hot?
breakfast beers.
There it
Is it
is.
really that
Yeah,
hot?
spoke to Peter Craig, our man
Okay.
Peter Craig. We
Yep.
we met Peter
That's
up on the
unlucky for the
goldfields.
club.
And they've copped a 39er.
Okay. So will the jet arrive before the
Well,
meeting
obviously,
gets
they've just,
underway? or-
I'd say that. They've got 2 jets going up.
Yeah, I know.
So
Such
they
a good day.
they've got an overnighter
Okay.
and the morning jet, so it's obviously going to leave a bit early, obviously.
Yeah. This happened in Kununurra. Same thing, didn't it?
Did it?
Yes. The first meeting at Kununurra.
Yeah, I
the
remember
second,
that. I
started
remember
at about 9 in the morning.
Yep, because of
Yeah.
because of
Not
the
much
heat.
of a rant, Rusty. You've got to fire up a bit.
Good memory.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not a rant.
No.
Look, if you're going there, it'll be fantastic. Just an early start, early finish.
Maybe the early start.
The
Well,
two-up will be
Doesn't,
big.
No, they'll
maybe
keep-
the early
they'll keep
start
it.
isn't ideal for a bookmaker.
Well, I tell you what, the two-up will be big.
They'll keep it rolling because there's plenty of racing to come, isn't there? They'll be betting there till
Yes.
the last. And then, if you really want to go on with it, it's Champions Day to Royal Ascot that night.
You could go right through.
Is
A bender.
Bet into
is
the world pool.
Henry's horse going around? Asfura, she racing? No.
No. She's got the money.
Maybe Big John will be there instead of
Yeah,
Ascot.
Boshy. Now, do you want to
Can we
address this?
cover it?
Why isn't Bosch at the races on Saturday, Big John?
Well, now Brad won't be there.
It's a bit flattening, isn't it? The great man, but I think Customs may have said you cannot have it again, champion, especially on a tourist visa. And,
Was it a visa issue, was
I
it?
think
It's a
that's
visa
my
issue,
understanding.
yeah. He had the
Okay.
wrong one. Or
To his
something.
credit, he handled it well. He's
He
very,
did.
very positive, and that's
Apart
what
from
I
the
love
two-
about his positivity.
The 2 grapes up his nose. Apart from that, it was good. But he'll be back, Big John, Big Bosch.
Yeah.
I said to the boys on drive yesterday, I said, could you just imagine you've done a 23-hour flight from London all the way here and they tell you to turn around? Sorry,
Good on.
mate.
And they grilled him for
At
a couple
home.
of hours, apparently. So I think he held up pretty well.
And he's not a fan of grilling, Big Johnny prefers
He,
frying.
he's a positive human being.
Yeah.
He's a good bloke.
Love how he
Can
goes
I
about,
say
yeah.
this? Last year, when they got him out, I didn't have a clue who he was. I ended up meeting him. But he would have had 400 people that I've never seen before at Ascot Racecourse that were all having a punt, and they were following him around like the Pied Piper. So good luck to him. Well done at Perth Racing. New initiatives. We've got to keep looking for new ways of getting
Definitely.
people to the sport.
100%.
100%. Northern race number 7, clear these divs, 1, 5, 9 and 6. A Murder Grace for ZJP, 11, 10, 290. Vancouver Storm, 280 and knock one back at $3. I noticed they interviewed Jason Miller before the race with your girl Tess. So, Tess
Who?
Daly and Michael Heaton. Is that chemistry there?
Not the same, no. It's more like sons and daughters, where the other one's much more like home and away.
Like the
That's
home
how I
away
see it.
today. It's got to be steamy
It's
home
like
and
brother
away.
and sister,
Yeah.
and Young and the Restless. It's just a totally different program. Look, it still comes across great.
Brilliant.
Very, very good.
And they're finding winners because they've found Jason that's paid $11.
She's finding the right people to interview pre-race.
37.7 in
Yes, always has.
Quinella, exact 154.60. The trifecta 779.90, and the first four 1596 4,786.30, 10 and 1 361.70. Number 2 out. I reckon Cookie's just about ready to fire one in any minute now. He would have had enough of this.
His usual set revolves around absolute rubbish. This is crap, all capitals.
2,212 metres is race number 8. This is due to go 4:53, and Alnord 270.
Yeah.
Arn Ray is 13. 3 Sluicy. Tell you what, it wasn't bad in Cal in the first race on Cut Day Sluice Box, $7. 8 L Unique at $4.60. 5 is Et Tu Brute, $9. 6 Big Swoop, 17. 7 Salary Man, $6. 8 is Cressy, 31. 9 Carl Stad at 41, and 10 Latham's Wish at $16.
Now, I've got a couple of texts in, Mark, just quickly. The last race at Northam today is going to be as scheduled at 5:22 p.m.
Perfect.
Those travelling to Leinster on Saturday, the flight out now is at 6 a.m. You must be at the airport by 5 a.m.
Brutal.
It's a 6 a.m. depart from the airport. So just check back with whoever you're flying
I think
with.
it's Skippers, isn't it? Is it? Just check.
Look,
I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. Just go and check. 6 a.m. Is the departure ETA to head off to Leinster on Saturday morning.
Wow.
You'd want to behave on the Friday night.
Good info to have, though.
Or
just
straight
swim through.
Right. And do it.
I've got a runner in the next tier at Northern, by the way.
Oh,
Latham's is yours.
Latham's.
Any chance?
You'd be wishing.
Sneaky.
Right.
Good stuff.
Sneaky.
Good luck, Ross.
On to race 5, the Jade Canane Handicap. And this is over that famous Ascot mile. Start time 2:39. When you get the mile starts at Ascot, doesn't the cob just raise a decibel? He just loves that famous Ascot mile. 1 Excel Train is $3.92. Profit and Power is 7 from $8.50. 3 Rocking Society is 9 into 6. 4 Ginger Green is 14. 5 We Are Chew is 11. 6 Kisses from Kelly is 18.
You what?
7 Other One Sun is 11 into 9. 8 Cold Shizzle, 13. 9 Little Silvers, 15. And Odenarka, 6 into $4.60.
400 Odenarka at the $5. 300 Ginger Green at $14. Another couple of hundred at the $13. Profit and Power, 300 there at the 7. Rocking Society, there's a bit of money here, 300 at the 9, 300 at the 650. Couple more hundred there at the 9. Odenarka, plenty of rank and file money starting to pop in there. And Other One Sun, local pro money at the $11.
Bit of speed. Excel Train from 1. Profit and Power from 5. And coming across as Little Silver from 9. What else you got? Where Are Chew?
That's about it.
Kicking up.
With what you said, Mark.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Thanks.
Yep.
It's reassuring. I feel
Seeing you well, mate.
a lot more relaxed when I get the nod off you. Right, I think, Rusty, you need to go first because I want to use the siren on you.
Very different race. This is the Cystic Fibrosis Jade Canane Handicap. And if you're out there, there will be rattling tins out there on Saturday. If you see the tins, put some money in.
Don't forget too, Russ, I need to jump in, the Walk for Epilepsy tomorrow.
Yes.
And any donations online will be doubled.
Matched
to
up.
112,000.
Beautiful.
So let's walk for epilepsy on Friday.
Absolutely. Good race again. A very hard race to get your head around for mine. I liked Ginger Green a bit. I think Profit and Power loves the dry, loves Ascot and loves a mile. I probably will be settling that way. Will it lead Excel Train? I think yes. I think Excel Train will take the sit. And if it finds the front, its stats at Ascot are much, much better than Belmont. 6 starts at the track for a couple of wins, a second and 3 thirds. And track and distance, 2 starts for a win and a third. Good price. You're getting each way $7. Chanel Cooper should just roll this across to the lead. Excel Train be sitting behind it as we thought. Other One Sun, not as well weighted here as you'd expect. Meets Ginger Green 5 kilos worse for their last run. I know it did finish a long way behind it as well. So I know it's pro money, and I know the horse is getting back to Ascot where it does race well. 4 starts, 2 wins and 2 seconds. 1 at the start, 1 start of the track and distance for a win. I'm just worried about that weight swing there towards Ginger Green. Rocking Society, very, very nice horse. I don't know if a mile's too short first up, but it's 2 trials fit with Lucy Fiore drawn 3, and that's a wrap for me. I'm going Profit and Power on the siren.
Well, there you have it.
Profit and Power in the book.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one.
He's very fair. He's mean but fair.
I think this is one of the best betting races of the day. I love this race. I've backed a couple. I think Profit and Power is perhaps a mix of underdone first up and Chanel just going a bit too slow. He's not a horse where if you let him stay with you and get along at really moderate fractions, he's not a horse that can pick up and sprint and outsprint some sharper ones. So I think he's a lot better than his first up run. And I think the same as you, Rusty. I anticipate that with the 60 kilos, perhaps a bit of a query at 1,600 metres, Excel Train will be happy to take a drop in behind if Profit and Power show some intent to lead. So I do think that he can find the front. And I think at his top, he's a tougher horse and gets a 3 kilo pull at the weights after Chanel's claim. So I'm happy to be with Profit and Power as the main result in the race. And I'm also having something on Rocking Society first up as well, who should be able to lob in the trailing position in running. I love the way in which he trialled and ran second to Pondmaster at 1,650 metres fresh last campaign off a couple of trials leading in, and given he's had the two 1,450 metre trials, he should be forward enough to run a race even with the weight. So 2-horse play for me, and pretty keen to get involved here actually. Profit and Power and Rocking Society, a little bit of Dutch action, freaky deaky Dutch action.
And the value's there, isn't it? $7 and $6, they're getting $2.30 a place. Profit and Power, $2.15 at the moment. Rocking Society.
Bit of overreach there.
Do you guys want to? Yeah. Do you want to put it alone? You two?
Want it again or what?
Very good price.
Hands off the desk, boys.
Okay.
And now
I have very little faith in this race. I think anything could win this. I wanted to back Cold Shizzle. I'm very concerned about the mile, but I think the firmer decks, etc. Brad on, I give it a sneaky chance. But the way the market's going, I'll have something on We Rate You because I thought its return was about as good as it could have gone in that race with interference at 1,200 metres up to a mile, much more suitable. A horse that still I think has grades to go through, and this could set up quite nicely for it if it also could not, but I'm thinking there's a chance it might, and it's double figures. I'll get involved.
Okay, just before we go to race number 6, which is the Conquer Cystic Fibrosis Handicap, not race 5, disturbing text just come in too from Holly Clueless. I was thinking of doing a veggie soup for dinner tonight. God almighty. And then balances that up. Can you please get some meat for Dukes? So he gets meat and I get a veggie soup. Wear that one out.
I think he had the NBN cable for lunch.
Not at me.
Yeah, you got to refuel the AI.
Yeah, definitely.
Google.
Yeah.
Possibly a yellow card for her on the way.
I think so. Yeah. She'll be listening too. Blazing Emerald, 8 to 11 to 10. Changing Garters, 15. Gage Roads, 16. Tommy is 41 into 21. I'm Crafty is 13. Twilight Tale, 6. Wembanyana, 290 to 245. For Mackie Waller, More Than Enough is 850. I'm Napoti is 850. Birds a Word at 18. Zachariah Bow, 51. And Cherokee Misses, 61.
If he keeps training Saturday winners, we just call him Mac Daddy, don't we? Going forward. Wemby, 500 at 290. Another 500 there at 275. 500 at 245. Local Pro Money Blazing Emerald each way at the bigger price there, 11 and 330 the place. A little bit more snipping there for Blazing Emerald. Local Sharp Money for Hafey as well at the huge price. A little bit of money there starting to gather for Twilight Tale as it continues to drift.
This is one of those messier type races wasn't it refreshing to see most of the races last week? Genuine pace. I know there were a couple.
Yes.
That are, but you've got to get that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we'll see it again on Saturday as well.
Yep.
This isn't one of them. You've got to go up to premium to be able to get anything from Mart's Maps on this one. How do you think it'll pan out?
Oh, I'm thinking maybe either Birds of Word, Gage Roads or Blazing Emerald. Possibly More Than Enough to sneak forward as well. But aside from that, I can't see a lot of tempo rolls.
No, I did think off what I thought was a preparation peak last start at 1760 that for a positive jockey like Alex Hearn that they'd lead with Birds of Word back to the mile from barrier 1. Gage Roads will roll forward, Blazing Emerald as well. Hafey More Than Enough chances to press on from out wide also. So there might be a little bit more speed than anticipated, potentially. You disagree, Mark?
No,
Was that
definitely
sufficient?
not.
Did he go into enough detail for you?
Yeah, I think it was great. Yep.
Thanks, guys. Twilight Tale, intriguing runner, dropping back in grade, really well placed after the claim. But I don't know. Her last couple of runs have been a bit iffy for mine. She's drawn wide gates, but she's had beautiful runs, 3 deep cover, blending in on them on the corner, and been unable to get the job done. I thought her most recent effort was very plain. She's been given a little month freshen, getting back to the races on the weekend, and you have to respect her off her prior form, that form around Machine Gun Gracie, going through the Phillies series a bit earlier this year, stepping up in distance. But I think maybe getting back on top of the ground will be a massive thing for her. But, gee, I thought her last start run, with the run she had and even the run prior to that, she had the back of Odinaka all the way through. And Odinaka's been going well, no doubt about that. But she had his back and was unable to get past him, and he was holding her pretty comfortably on the line. So, don't know where she's at, Twilight Tale. And I think Wembanyama looks hard to beat again. I know there's not as much pace in this race, but
I was about to say that. Yeah.
Well, I think there's not as much pace in the race.
He's got the class to handle it.
I think so.
In this class,
Pike sticks. He's handled the backup previously, so that's not going to be an issue for him. And should actually be able to land in running with a few more behind him than he did last week, I think. So. And Max Stable is absolutely humming. When you can get Almeida to win a horse race, you know you're going pretty good. So, there you go.
Rusty?
Spot on, Riley. Absolutely spot on. Only difference for me here is Twilight Tale back to Ascot. I think that's
Could be the
big,
difference.
Big difference.
Maybe
Right.
more confident.
And getting on top of the ground. I don't think there's going to be a lot of rain this week. It'll be a good 4. I think it could make a big difference to this horse. I think getting back there, it'll be the difference. On a good track, 5 starts, 2 wins, a second and a third. Got a good record at Ascot. Ascot's its go for mine. Wembanyama, you can't knock the favourite. It was fantastic last week. Great ride from Willie Pipe, but when it hit the line, it was motoring. It looked like it had plenty more to give. No wonder they've done the 7-day backup. Outside that, it's a pretty wide open race for mine. I think if they're the two, if you're playing quaddies, I think they're the two. And I just got a feeling that Twilight Tale might bounce back. I'm happy with the 28-day freshen.
Yep.
And I really do hope for the horse that she can bounce back here in this race.
I've got a sneaky out wide as well that could get out to a wild price late. The map looks horrific, but if it does set up for something 3 deep cover, blending in, I thought I'm Crafty was a really good run in review last weekend and backs up, and with a bit of luck in running can be savaging the
Had
line.
a lot of traffic there last week, an awful amount of traffic on Crafty, and I've certainly got it third pick.
In a muddling race too, and hit the line well. Wembanyama, full of respect, but tough to take 250 if you took 550 last week.
Yeah, which we selected.
So, looking a bit wider, Blazing Emerald each way, complete for give last week. Ready to go, and a little sneaky on the Pote as well. So I'm just going with the stablemate of I'm Crafty, so I think it might map okay.
15 minutes away from 5 o'clock. Of course, we're here today for the Mundaring Hotel.
Welcome to Straight Up. To have your say, send in a text on 0427 789 571. The best texter on today's show will win a $100 voucher to be redeemed at the magnificent Mundaring Hotel, the heart of the hills since 1899. Go to mundaringhotel.com.au.
Yes, and of course we're here for the Currumbine TAB 1244 in Marmion Avenue, Currumbine. Go and see Jazz, a hard-working team there. We will be back with the Perth Quaddie Legs after this.
The Perth Racing Preview is where the Straight Up team finds you the winners, and here's the Straight Up team with their preview of Saturday racing from Ascot.
Yeah, we're up to those Quaddie Legs here, Riley, and of course sponsored now by the Currumbine TAB. Now, we're only 2 minutes off Northern Race 8, so we'll just pump the brakes and maybe get a little bit of Mundaring Hotel text action.
Yes, we can. If you haven't heard, flags are at half-mast in Chinatown after the news of Big John getting turned back at border control. Best bet of the day, Rocking Society. Has Brad stopped watching the trials? It's Fred from Fremantle. He's usually pretty sharp, Fred. He's a good judge. So he's
Wasn't
giving
there
Brad a
one in
little
there
clip on the way
Jim
through.
Pommy Pie threw in?
Yeah, the Pommy Pie said, afternoon, boys. Best for the weekend is Norwich in the Crawford. $41.
Wow, Norwich. Yeah, I've got in my numbers.
One in a canter on Quackaday and due again.
Yeah.
Get your Pommy Pie trumpets in order.
Yep.
And he had to throw in, because it wouldn't be a Thursday without it. He's thrown in that he was all over O'Murda Grace in that last race at Northam.
Don't doubt him. He's pretty darn good.
He is the best. Let's be real. Hey, guys, Ascot in England, Queen Elizabeth Stakes, Field of Gold as a banker. Get on.
Yes, great horse. He did lower his colours at his last start. He's back fresh.
Wouldn't have a slither of a clue what's going on over there, but, Mart, I'm glad you do.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, guys. Haven't heard all your show today, but did hear a snippet about Riley and his glasses. Brains from the Thunderbirds wants them back. It's Rick from Bindoon.
Oh, you've got. I tell you, you are a ripper, Riley. You just continue to plough through.
Good on
You just love this, don't you?
Oh, well, there's a new
Meme?
comparison or doppelganger.
Groucho Marx?
Groucho Marx. What's the other one? Oh, the one Terry Bailey gave me. He gave me one.
Okay.
It'll come to me.
You know when you've made it when Terry's giving you memes?
Absolutely.
Wow, what a day you're having.
Oh, wow.
$17. $21 winner earlier.
There you go. There you go. Latham's.
And
How
knocked
good.
off...
Knocked off Marty's
the skipper.
which far out. Sluicebox will sleep well tonight, won't he?
I think he might. Sleazy could even say to Arthur Daly Maley when he comes back, that's about it.
No,
That's
there'll be
about
more.
it.
No, he loves it.
Well, maybe.
He always wants to get on the float, whenever the float's
No,
there.
that's terrific. And Alex Vlahos, who's also a massive
Brilliant.
part of this radio station. He's his first thoroughbred he's ever owned, so that'll be his first winner.
cool.
So well done to Al.
Well done. 10,376. Latham's Wish, Troy Turner, $17, $3.30. Sluicebox, $2. And Celery Man, who, of course, is part owned by Sophie Stone, who's over there in the Curragh in Ireland, at $1.50. So
Packaged?
package X.
X package?
Yeah. Blonde at the bar, Celery Man. Quinella, $28.60. Exacta, $132.70. Trifecta, $358.60. And that first four, 10,376, $9,098. The double 1 and 10, $129.30. The lucky at Northern Race 9 comes up, as Rusty told us, no change, $5.22, and 1 Velsa Senior is $8.52, King Cartel $5.50, 3 Advanced 31, 4 Amjad $5.50, number 5 is Magasonic at $19, 6 is Golden Kathleen at $5.50, 7 Countess of Kenner at $4, 8 Forever Dreaming $8.50, 9 Magna Sheen is $20, and 10 Mia Gusto at $7.50.
Update on the flights to Leinster.
Yes.
Air Alliance.
Air Alliance, of course it is.
It is,
Yeah.
Air Alliance.
Trombo-
6 a.m. start.
Trombone Travel,
Going
thanks
to be
for
there
that.
at 5 a.m.
Any further inquiries?
That's all at the moment.
Trombo Travel at trombotravel.com.au. The Project Building Supplies Handicap is race number 7, which starts off the Currumbine TAB Quaddie, and 1 Capray Omnia is 34, Spectre 26, 2 E-Jazz 26 into 13, 3 Sky Duke is 14 into 12, 4 Dreamalot is 16, 5 Jazz Session 750 to 370, 6 Black Aura's out there at 380 after opening at 250. Lord Shiva, the pace in the race at $6. Number 8 is Masamune 19, 9 Costa Zeta is 14, 10 Sunlit Frisco at 12, and 11 the Calabrese is $12.
One of the better goes of the day. Jazz Szechuan. Sunlit Fresco, $400 at the $14. Lord Shiva, $400 at the $650. Jazz Session, $400 at the $750. But there were bigger bets early at the bigger prices. The Calabrese, $300 at the $13. Lord Shiva, there's $500 at $6. A little bit more each way money, the Calabrese, a little snip there, Sky Duke. Yeah, plenty of smaller stuff there. Jazz Session on the way in. It's Yeah, one of the better price moves of the day. Not a huge financial go, but definitely one of the better price moves.
Plenty of speed here. As we said, Lord Shiva in barrier 5, and then you've got E-Jazz in 7, Sky Duke in 8, and Capri Omnia in 10. There's plenty of speed in this.
And the Frisco.
And Frisco.
Oh, yeah, Sunlight Fresco. In barrier 2. I think it'll just come back a bit, even though your man Bunga Hearn's on it.
Yeah, she just doesn't step. She's actually not very clean out of the barriers.
Right.
She musters very quickly. So,
okay, you're away. Grab the floor and run. You're the winner, Latham's.
Was initially looking at betting around the initial favourite in the market, Black Aura. She's a sharp mare, but the setup looked difficult for mine. Much deeper race than what she was able to win first up, and likely need to go in to do it from last and circle some very slick ones. So I was happy to take Black Aura on at the price, and the two for me were Jazz Session and Lord Shiva, but the punters have really latched on to Jazz Session, who was airborne last campaign, posted 3 in a line, and just looks to be a proper map horse, doesn't she, Rusty? Camped right on the back of a hot speed. She was beaten by Nostril, by Cessation over the 1,000 without a trial of pretty much the exact same spacing. Last preparation, easily accounted for Sky Duke, who's no slouch, second up and third up. So if she comes back in similar form, I can understand why she's been the money horse. And I don't know. The price is gone. I'm happy to stay out for the time being. I was pretty keen on her chances, but now Lord Shiva looks the value in the market each way, the way that it currently sits. I think he's a flying machine. I thought he'd get across pretty comfortably. Trial was terrific. Bars on. Not one of mine. Assume he trialled in them, but still never ideal. But his first up win last campaign, first run for Mitch, was outstanding. I think he's now a different horse, and even with the bars on, while they deter me a fraction, still takes the power of running down, I think. So they're the two for me, Lord Shiva, Jazz Session. Not sure which way I'm going to go yet. Haven't had a bet in the race thus far, but Lord Shiva each way is the value for me at the moment.
Funny markets early, isn't it? The Jazz Session 750 into 370, and the reverse there for Willie Pike's ride, Black Aura, 250 out to 380, and you can shop at $4 plus around the traps. Market changes there. E-Jazz returns off 18 months, having its first start here. Former Singapore galloper. Has been gilded while it was been spelling. I didn't like the trial. I'd like to just sort of maybe it might need a run or two to get to peak fitness. Sky Duke, nice racehorse, goes good. Tricky map there from the 8. Jazz Session should be getting a really good run here. I'm thinking 1-1. I can see Lord Shiva leading. I can see Jazz Session sitting up on the outside. Maybe Sir Dreamalot coming across and giving it cover. With Sunlit Frisco back on the fence. But the one I'm going for in this race is Costa Zeta. Its record was good at Ascot before last week. It's backing up. If you go watch the replay of this had absolutely zero luck on its return to Ascot. Impoted from the 350 to the 150. It gains Lucy Fiore, who I think's in for a big day, gets it a good barrier at 3. It'll get a good transit and dropping 4 kilos. I'm going each way, Costa Zeta. At a price, you're getting $12. I know you can't eat value, but I reckon one of these will be landing. If not a couple of them, you could really dine out on a couple of these at the value, at the price.
Yep. I'm with you. I'm going to have something Costa Zeta each way for sure at the bigger price around the traps. Our main bet will be Black Aura. Just a difference of opinion, really, with what others are alluding to in regards to the setup. I think it might turn out to be a great setup. 3 wide with cover, hot tempo. There's enough. Plenty of these speed horses will give a decent kick to sort of carry it into the race, and I think it's a sort of a vintage Pike setup sort of race. So I'm pretty keen to get involved, Black Aura, and low fours, mid fours around the traps. That will do me fine, Mart.
Yeah, I'm with you. AI gets involved here. Quaddy leg, 6 Black Aura, 11 the Calabrese, 7 Lord Shiva, and 4 Sir Dream a Lot. Let's go into our next race, and that is race number 8, which is the second leg of the Currumbine TAB's quad. You got to go the Currumbine. Go and see Jazz. He said he's never out of the place. He's a hard-working man. And have a chat. And then they have some in-store specials where you can win at the moment a barbecue for Christmas, just in time. Beautiful.
Outstanding.
And just go to Barbro's, get a few snags from the award winners there, and away you go. So, race number 8, the Swan Draft RS Crawford Stakes. Over the 1,200 metres, time to go 4:25, and Bustler is 22. Rope them in, 390. Man Crush, 34. Spect Aztec Ruler, 14. Storyville is 850. Rockanori, 81. Norwich is 41. Kripalenko, 126. Good to have him back. Super Smink is 350. Twain's Angel into 480. London's Image is into 6. And Angel Undercover's 41.
Well, Mart. What a cracking edition.
Oh, the RS.
Super Smink. They started early and they got involved. They got 1,000 at the 350, 900 at the 350, 900 at the 350. All for Sminky. Aztec Ruler, 400 each way at the 14, 400 each way at the 15. A big place, about 800 at the 380. Rope them in, 400 at the $4. Twain's Angel, 300 places at the 210. More Aztec Ruler money. It's a bad result. 300 London's Image there at the 750. Nice betting race.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've got London's Image jumping out, but Norwich with its speed from 7 comes across, and I think Lucy's quite happy just to sit in the jet stream of Norwich. Anything else happening there?
Yeah, not really.
Oof,
maybe Twain's Angel, Man Crush, possibly. Kripalenko, but...
You beauty.
Just handy.
Apologies to the Super Spink crowd for the sex change earlier on today as well. One of our guests may have mentioned about him, he, her, she, we.
It happens.
It happens, yeah.
Especially this modern era.
And I don't know what you can actually do about it.
It happens, mate.
Yeah.
Pronouns.
Do you want to lead them up?
Yeah, if I can.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic.
Beautiful. That'd be nice. Just keep an eye on the time with the timer there. So really talented mare resuming here, Super Schmink. 2 trials. I do like the fact that it's had the 2 trials. This is just a good horse. It just loves Ascot. Flies first up. 3 starts at the track and distance for 2 wins. It'll be very, very hard to beat. Twain's Angel, jockey changed to Brad Parnham. It was superb late in Kalgoorlie. Really, it got out of its ground. It sort of got a bit hampered in traffic when it went right back at Cal. It was probably a bit unfortunate there in the Golden Saddle, but the last 100 was just low flying. As I said, B Parnham aboard. London's Image for the new yard out there with Grant and Alana Williams. Lucy Fiore takes the ride there, drawn 1. Super tough little mare, this London's Image. Just doesn't know how to put a bad run in. Really, just tries, doesn't it? Tries its heart out. The rest of the race, Storyville's, of course, one of the main chances. Rope them in. I'm going to take a knock on, so if you're out there on Saturday, I'll be on the first floor. You can come
Careful
up
who you're sitting next to, Rusty.
I'm just saying, I'm going to take a knock on it. And mainly around its Ascot figures, 2 out of 12, and I don't think the track will have much give in it. So there you go. So if you want to come up, I'll be on the first floor. Storyville, of course, one of the main chances. And the blowout here, like talking quaddy legs, Norwich.
Blowout.
It is the blowout. At $41, you just have to put it in. It will lead these, in my opinion, and if it leads them, it gets a little bit of a soft lead at some point. It just knows how to run them off their legs.
Correct.
And it blew us away a couple of times last summer. $41. There you go. The likely leader, ultra consistent horse, doesn't know how to put in a bad race, really. And I'm not trying to jinx it. I think it's a legitimate chance at a big price. So there's the RS Crawford for me, the listed race over 1,200.
It just makes you wonder, doesn't it, Brad? What a prime Halatorian would have done to this field.
Ooh, yes.
It just makes you wonder.
That's racing.
Unfortunately.
That's how it goes.
Won a good 6th, I reckon.
Sit and watch and enjoy. Go to the bar, grab a beer, find a nice spot to tuck into this one for me.
Oh, come
Too
on.
hard? You're putting the shoulders up.
It's a tough race. Look, I think that you could make a case for a number of them, to be honest. Super Smink is incredibly well in under the condition of the race, but gee, she encountered some bad luck at times last preparation, and that's just, unfortunately, that's a product of her racing pattern. And I think she looks the hardest horse to beat if Chris can afford her that unimpeded, flowing run. into the race. So for me, she's at a right price at around that 350, 360. And yeah, the work's there. Luckless in a black art bar, Moral Beat, the Eurythmic, Asian Bow soft winner when it all finally went right for her. So yeah, that's my little, I guess, concern with Super Smink, but I had her at the head of the selections, but not a race I'm overly keen on. Rope the Min's best is good enough, as we know, but just didn't seem to come up last preparation and won that Bluff Knoll on class alone. Trials have been good. Always been a huge fan. Soft run, tracking the back of the speed. London's Image, fascinating runner. Has to be a really fascinating runner. Not well in under the white race, Marty, but the Williams team, first run, could not have trialled any better and might just get that toe-balling run on Norwich throughout and be the first to present in the straight. So there's a few I haven't mentioned. Twain's Angel, Storyville, who I might take a set against this weekend, and even Bustler. We haven't seen him race over 1,200 since 2023. Like the fact he's only had that really short trial leading in. I think he can run a bottler of a race fresh as well at 20-1.
Cracking edition. It will be interesting to see if London's Image does its usual and bores off the track. That's one thing that's...
Didn't look more professional in the trials, did she not?
It'll be interesting.
Yeah. Little gear changes there.
Rope them in, as Riley alluded to, I think, and Wolfie has been very vocal about, didn't turn up last preparation to its best. The preparation before, once the blinkers went on at Ascot, won a lead up to the Winterbottom and gave him a bit of a spanking, including
walked past, went to Western Empire.
Then went to the Winterbottom and was almost without doubt the best run in the Winterbottom. Then went to the Gold Rush and was almost, well, probably the second best run in the Gold Rush because Western Empire won very well. I think he's back. I love the setup, up the gate, loved the trials. So $4 plus gets me Rope them in.
Okay, AI in here is 11, London's Image. 4, you laugh, Aztec Ruler, and 7, Norwich. So some nice numbers there.
Just the 3 this race?
Well, you can throw in 6 Rockanori.
Okay, thank you.
And if you want one more, 8 Kripalenko.
Good on you, Dukes. AI, thank you. 8 Kripalenko.
But fair bit of confidence there with London's Image. Right now,
Jared from Scarborough,
yes.
He's texting. He's a good man, Jared. He goes, didn't know who the extra voice on the show was today, but once I heard he was sitting out of 80% of the races and wanted a better price, I knew it was Splinters Morgan.
They're not missing you, are they?
Oh, there's a clubhouse. There's a clubhouse.
There's a clubhouse later.
There's a clubhouse. And I just wanted to get to one quickly. Glenn from Fremantle, I think this is a good one. He sent his quaddy in, but he's also said, along with it, Greg Lee was a ripper, boys. They've broken the mould he came from long ago. I went and found that cup on YouTube after hearing that interview. A couple of those backmarkers needed snorkels by the end. It dead set would be called off if that was the state of the track nowadays. That's Glenn from Freo. That's
it was remarkable, wasn't it? The water, the surface water was incredible. And if you watch the ambulance, the water spraying out. It was unreal.
We've even had someone fire through hashtag long live the hell.
Righto, race 9. We'll get this one underway because they're in the yard about to leave there at Northam, the Liquor Barons Eurythmic Stakes over the 1,400 metres, third leg of the Currumbine TAB quad. And one magnificent Andy, wasn't he magnificent in Kalgoorlie, 310. Hemlock Stone, 31. Zipperways, 19. Mojo Rhythm, 21. Comfort Me, $8. Diamond Scene is 10. Watch Me Rock, 319 to 310. Buckets Ridge is 41. Admiration Express, 26. Spect. Bon Joy, 650. And Memory Parade is 41.
Mart, Watch Me Rock.
Yep. No, it's 390, 310. All right.
Say it.
How's yours?
Watch Me Rock, 800 at the 390, 300 at the 320, another 500 there at the 370. Bon Joy, 300 there at the 650. Magnificent Andy, 300 at the $3. Hemlock Stone, plenty of each way money about this powerful steed. Do you know what won a Perth Cup, Mark?
Hemlock. Trialled the other day.
Did it?
You were there. How'd it work?
Binos out?
Probably need this run, I'd say.
Wes Cameron would disagree with you.
Yeah, Wes he'd be all over it.
All over it.
Riles?
Like white on rice.
Oh, sorry, Mart's maps.
Mart's, it's Comfort Me.
Isn't it?
It is. And Comfort Me.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Who's your breeze horse?
Maybe even, I'm not saying Breeze, but Magnificent Andy might be a bit closer in the run.
I doubt there's a Breeze horse in there.
That was my thoughts too. Magnificent Andy, possibly to Breeze, but
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's 2-3 clear and tucked up on the fence. Anyway, there's something said the Breeze. Royal Force, it used to like the Breeze. Tough pacer from the Retzlaff camp.
Well,
Mac could remember that, wouldn't you, Mac? Sitting in the Breeze.
Royal Force.
Yeah, pure steel.
Oh, what a beauty he was. Royal Force. Yeah, pure steel.
They were
He was
good
another
Breeze
Ryan
horses.
horse, wasn't he? Oh,
Yeah.
great Breeze horse. Phil Coulson was the best in the world, wasn't he? He used to win that many races by driving in the death seat, as we used to call it, before the Wokies stepped in. And you're not allowed to say that anymore.
No,
But,
careful.
Yeah, you've got to
become
be
very
careful.
fashionable, though, the Breeze. Yeah, people want to be there now.
But you could be sitting there and you can't say shotgun anymore either, riding shotgun. But anyway, that's the world that we live in. But yeah, look, Phil Coulson drove that many winners from the Breeze, and he used to do it because, as he once told me, Marty, you can dictate the pace from there.
Correct.
You're not dictated to. And so
100%.
he turned that into an absolute art form, the great Philip Charles Coulson.
And then down the line, Justin Warwick could do it from 3 wide.
Yeah.
He used to sit 3 deep on them and dictate from out there and still win.
Good horses to do it.
Yep.
Good horses to do that, particularly those top, Grand Circuit fast class horses that were going around. But, when they were good enough to do that, there was something a bit special about those horses that could breeze in the very best of company and just grind them into the deck.
Beautifully said, Mac. Now we're going to let you go get the colours. We're going to concentrate here and try and knock this over. Summer Dixon is being interviewed at the moment, so number 4's her horse in this race.
3 minutes to go through the Eurythmic.
Well, I reckon
You're
we'll
ambitious.
hold it. We'll
You're
hold
ambitious.
it. But we've got to get up to Kalgoorlie. Craig Smith, I've got him down for about a 5:15er, so...
Well, 40 minutes, it's all right.
Yeah,
I know, it's too easy enough.
I've got nowhere to be.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what I'll do.
You're panicking.
Tell you what we'll do. I'm panicking, did you say?
You are.
Craig only needs 5 minutes.
We'll get the Mauler's tips for Morley Mitsubishi,
Yes.
because one of his daughters has texted and said, you haven't read Dad's tips out yet.
There's one off the text line here that says... Hang on a minute, I'm going to find it.
Mm-hmm.
It was, now I've just... There's so
while
many
you're
to
doing
get
this,
through
I'm
here.
going to sneak the AI tips in because I want to sneak them in, right? This is where he's gone really, really
On race
wide.
9.
Right, he's gone 8, Buckets Ridge, from 4, Mojo Rhythm, 5, Comfort Me, and 1, Magnificent Andy.
He'll be needing some Comfort Me at the end of that race,
Yeah.
I think.
There you go.
There you go.
One off the
Funny
text
things have
line.
happened. Yes.
I'm off to buy a Triton after hearing that Mitsubishi ad, and I don't even want one.
That's what happens, though. See, that's the art of
He
advertising.
can seduce you into the yard.
Now, quickly, can I do the
Yes,
Mauler's Mail?
Mauler's Mail. Here we go.
for Saturday the 18th. Race 1, he's with us. Saturday sesh, he was in Kalgoorlie. That's
Yeah.
why he's with it. Race 2, Pygmalion. Race 3, Moonwalk. Race 4, the Mauler likes Pure Excess down the bottom, the maiden.
$3,
Race 5, XL Train.
$3.90,
Race 6, Wembanyama.
$2.45.
Race 7, Jazz Session.
The session is $3.70.
Race 8, London's Image.
Wow, into $6.
Don't mind it.
Race 9, Magnificent Andy.
$3.10. He had to be on after being in the Golden Saddle.
I'll let you guess which horse he's on.
Oh, it's his
Race 10.
favourite, Eccentric Nature.
Oh, it's always been his favourite.
It's been, and that's his best for the day as well.
Yep. And
Right.
can I just say also, he was fantastic on Saturday morning on the preview.
Yeah, he did a very good job in that live cross with Darren out the Morley Mitsubishi.
And then come up with a Twisted Steel.
Yep. And one in the last is still looking for. He could become another Lindsay Severn in reverse. Ryan, looking forward to the first. We're up to the Goldfields. Craig Smith, CEO of the KBRC, joins us. Final meeting of the season on October 19, this Sunday. G'day, Craig.
Good afternoon.
How are things as you start to wind down this season? I bet you it's gone quickly.
Well, yeah, very quickly. It's a lot quieter than it was probably a month ago, that's for sure.
Nobody ringing up for tickets for Sunday? Free entry?
No, yeah. A free entry and a bit of a thanks to all the people who helped us during the year. Heaps of them, actually. Lots of people. Lots of people to thank.
How are you going, Smithy, in the aftermath of the round? Have you recovered yet?
Oh, it's weird, mate. The phone was ringing non-stop and the emails were non-stop, and now it's just silence. So it's just clean up and thank everyone for the round, and, just see how we go to make things better again for next year.
And, mate, how's all the numbers looking at the end of the round there, Craig? You're happy with it? The club happy with a very successful Kalgoorlie Cup day? Just a little bit quieter on the Hannans Day, but all in all, a great couple of days of racing.
Yeah, it was good, man. I think we're a bit stressed about finding the staff because there's heaps of things happening in Kalgoorlie in that week. So for it to go the way it did, and we had the right amount of staff, that's a big win for us, mate, because that was probably the main thing we were really worried about, staffing issues. But in the end, it was all good.
Yeah, incredible. There was about 10,000 people just outside of town with the dirt races, the Piccadilly.
Yeah, mate, it's a big deal, and it's really cool to see too. I'd like to go out there as well, so hopefully they do it after the round. I think it's not back till 2028 though. Yeah,
every third year, which is good. Any changes or any thoughts about any changes to next year's rounds format?
Mate, there'll be heaps of changes, 100%.
Okay.
I can tell you right now that I'll be back next year for sure. Loved the past 5 months, had a great time, and I'll be back next year. And we had a meeting this week, and I think a bit of stability will do the club well. We can implement some changes to make the event even better next year. Like the world's evolved over time. We're doing the same thing for the past 30 years, so I think everyone's ready for a few changes that'll be good for everyone, really.
Time-honoured Tonkin Newmarket on Sunday. It's always been that closing meeting of the season. Free entry, and all of the award winners will be presented in the mounting yard. Is that right, throughout the day?
Yeah, that's right, after the last, mate, 100%.
Have they all been decided, Craig?
I think Peter Fernie might have someone at his heels for the trainer of the year. Not too sure. I might have to check that.
Yeah.
I think Tash Faithful... Is she back? Sorry?
She is.
She had a bit of a rest, but I think Lucy overtook her over the round. I'm not sure if she's got a chance to come back at that one. I'll have to have a look at that. But I know before the round, Tash was in front, but Lucy had a pretty good round. I'll have to have a look at that one.
Mm-hmm. And anything else planned on the day?
Oh, mate, I think just everyone's after just a relaxing good time. We've had really good weather leading up to it, and we've got 36 tomorrow, 37 Saturday, and it drops down to late 20s on Sunday. So
Gee,
the guys have been looking after us all year, of course.
Craig, we were very lucky over the round too. When you look back, there was that unforeseen storm that came through on the Sunday after the Kalgoorlie Cup. And, of course, we had that 37 degrees on the Friday, which, again, was a great day for sportsmen's lunches and such, but it wasn't really the ideal day for racing. So the weather's been very kind this year.
No such thing as luck, mate. I think we're just good people, and good things happen to good people. It's as simple as that.
Very good, mate. Very, very good indeed. I hope there's a crowd there on Sunday. 7 races, good fields there. Good way to finish off the season for you. And we look forward...
Everyone's busy, mate. We've got Leinster up on Saturday as well.
Yep.
Early start.
Yeah, early start there.
Yeah, so it's a busy week for everybody because obviously heaps of people in the club are involved with what's going to happen up north. And then they'll come back on the Sunday, and hopefully after that we'll enjoy a few beers. So I hope all the members get down. We might even put a few over the bar.
A few beers.
Down there.
Now, just one last one. Are you aware that they're looking at putting the AFL season back maybe 2 weeks, which will clash then, of course, with the...
mate.
It could clash with the round.
That's bad for them, not us. Everyone will always head to the Cow Cup.
Okay.
All right, mate. We've got to get moving.
Good on you, Craig.
All the best for that final meeting of the season.
Thanks, Smithy.
All right. See you later. Bye.
Craig Smith, KBRC CEO. Right, let's get cracking because we've only got 6 minutes to Mandurah race number 1. Who's Alice is our favourite. Let's go, Riley, in the second last.
Yes, we are up to the Eurythmic Stakes. I'll try and keep this brief. Comfort Me looks your only leader in the race, and I think is going to take a horse like Watch Me Rock a massive way into the straight. He's a new kid on the block. I don't think... Has a horse trialled better leading into a railway preparation in recent years? I don't think so. I know Magnificent Andy's never been a trial horse, but he had his measure and then some in that recent hit out on the 22nd of September. I think he box seats Comfort Me, follows his every move into the straight, and while he wasn't winning by big margins last campaign, he was just finding ways to get the job done. There will be a bit of wriggle room, I think, heading towards the railway condition-wise with him. And while he should still be safe, he needs to pick off one of these lead-in races to absolutely guarantee his place in that final field as well. So Watch Me Rock's the one for me. I think Magnificent Andy's a deserving favourite. And you look at his last 3 runs over 1,400 metres, second in a Gold Rush, second in a Belmont Sprint, luckless third in a Group 2 Listia. So speaks for itself, really. Maps well, deserving favourite. Yeah, they look the 3 for me. And Bonjoy, not the right race shape for her, I think, although you'd be at your peril to write her off. Trial just as well as Watch Me Rock, but is likely spotting him a fair old start in running. Genuine railway contender, just not sure this is her race.
You summed it up beautifully. I'm just going to say Watch Me Rock has won its last 7 starts at Ascot. Only defeated Ascot was start 2 of its career when it ran 5th from a wide barrier in the Own the Dream. This is 7 from 7 since then. And once blinkers went on, this is a completely different horse. Trials were exceptional. I think it'll be very hard to beat. Magnificent Andy always puts his best foot forward. And, of course, Comfort Me will get the lead. So I can't see any changes there. I'm making him the best of the day.
Best of the day. Watch Me Rock. Hang on a second. My apologies.
I'm taking on Watch Me Rock. I think we got 550 first up last prep in a ratings race, and we're expected to take 310 against these very good horses.
I'm with you.
I think Watch Me Rock's trialling well, but there's plenty of horses trialling every bit as good. Comfort Me is not going to be in it. You wouldn't want to leave Comfort Me alone in front. It's a very tough one to tag and pass, especially fresh at the Ascot 1400, so I'll have a little bit there. And the one I'm making a sneaky case on out wide, I know Grant's always said about Hemlock Stone being a bit of a slow burn. He's trialling super. He put in some incredible runs last prep, so just expecting a run out of Hemlock Stone.
Yeah. All right. Now we'll run through horses and prices, etc., and then be poised, ready to go after we have this first event at Mandurah. So the last race of the day is the JP Equity Handicap over the 1401, Eccentric Nature, 3:30 into 3, 2 Brave Spirit 5 to 4, Fun Charles 19, B Bardot is 6 in from 9, Papavero Princess 11, 6 Here for Checks is 12 into 950, 7 Western Night 41, 8 Correct Choices 12, 9 Our Rocky Bay is 16, 10 Yarra Lay 15, 11 is out, and 12 Sold an Owl is $23.
Great betting race, Mark. Sharp Money, 1,000 there, Eccentric Nature at the 3:30, 500 Papavero Princess at the 11, plenty of each way. Sold an Owl, including a 500 each way there at the $23. Brave Spirit, Sharp Money, 500 at the 550, 500 at the 460. Here for Checks, Sharp Money, 200 each way at the 11 and the 10. Yarra Lea, a couple of hundred there. 100 each way there. Brave Spirit, plenty of money lining up.
Well, I'll give you the AI tips now before we go to Mandurah. Get these on the board. They are 2 Brave Spirit to beat, 8 Correct Choice, 1 Eccentric Nature, and 6 Here for Checks. 2, 8, 1, and 6.
The maps?
Oh, the maps. The maps. Let's have a look at the maps. Why don't you lead away with the maps?
For mine, Mart,
yes.
Rocky Bay probably gets to the front. This is very much up in the air. This is a messy speed map. We have seen a horse like Papavero Princess be handy, Yarra Lea be handy, Here for Checks may be handy, but it just looks a sticky old...
I think Rocky Bay leads, isn't it? Our Rocky Bay. I'm with you on that one, and so's Riles. He's
I think if you're
in agreement.
Yeah, I think it should lead.
This last event from Ascot, the JP Equity Handicap. Why don't you fire away, Ryan and Riley, and fire us a winner?
Well, I think Eccentric Nature does look a little thin at the $3. Here for Checks, I didn't think was too much, if anything at all, of an inferior run to him on return from the gate. Considered a lot closer in running here. Second up, has a terrific second up record and goes around double figures. Easy bet for me. Here for Checks in the last. Going to have something on Yarra Lea as well at double figures, who should have been in the finish with Eccentric Nature 2 starts ago. gets 2 kilos on him here. One's drawn 12, the other's drawn 2. He's $3, she's $16. It's another easy bet for me, and might even look at having a small little chop out on the leader, who should be able to control in our Rocky Bay as well, who is a much better horse at Ascot, should waltz to the top, and had excuses both runs back at Belmont, like the fact that he's been given a little freshen up as well, getting back to the races. So to put it in maybe a more summated version, Yarra Lee here for checks, 2 bets, and might have a little chop out on our Rocky Bay.
Mate, I don't know if it's just a good thing or a bad thing, Riley, but every time you and I line up, sometimes it backfires on us. I hope it doesn't this weekend. No, the reason I'm saying it, mate, the top 2 have been very well supported. Brave Spirit into $4, the favourite into 3.
Yeah. I
like a 2-bet strategy here. I very rarely do a 2-bet strategy. I really like Papa Vero Princess. I like the horse. The horse loves Ascot. The trial was soft as. It's either been a winner or been placed at 11 of its 13 starts. It's just a horse that just gives every time. Each way at the $11-12 would be fantastic. Yarra Lee just looked like it was unfortunate, the way that the race panned out in Kalgoorlie. I think you'll see it back here. 1,400 metres at Ascot's more its go. I love the barrier change to 2. I'm in that yard as well. So I'm going each way strategy, Papa Vero Princess and Yarra Lee, both around the $12, $15. And I will also be getting in to the top 2. I think they're short enough, and I think they've both got convictions about them.
I've had a little something here for checks. Sorry, our Rocky Bay, just on the fact that it'll lead. I think it might get away with a bit of moida. Brave Spirit's someone I've backed. I think the price should get back out to about $5 or whatever. Was forgivable enough first up. It's got very, very strong form lines. Not sure how this race is going to map. That's a concern. Could make a case for 8 or 9 of these, 100%, including the horses the guys have all mentioned. But I think Brave Spirit's got a real... I think the stable's always had a really big...
Yeah, they have.
They got it into the clocker. I think they really like it. So... If it backs up their judgment of the horse, it should be going very close in this.
Right, let's round out our best bets on the card. Start off with you, Riles.
Yep. Best bets for me on the weekend, like the drift with Just St. James in race 2 on the program. Easy bet for me. Pretty keen on Magda's Choice in the 4th to beat Pure Excess, the maiden, although if she does beat me, then too good. Race 5, one of my favourite betting races of the day. I'm taking on the favourite Excel Train with both Profit and Power and Rocking Society. Very keen on that 2-bet play. 245, a touch short, Wembanyama. Going to wait, but do think he can win again. In the Eurythmic, Watch Me Rock. Love the run he's going to get. Toe balling, Comfort Me into the straight. And in the last, here for checks, and Yarra Lee. Might even have something small on a 3rd horse at our Rocky Bay. But when they're at those prices, you can do that. Rusty.
Absolutely. Plenty of value there this weekend. I like Saturday's session, the 1st. We declared this horse and we said he'd be an Ascot horse early in the season. We've got to stick with that. Each way at $4.80. Solar Crest could be a blowout. Race 3. Solar Crest at around $21. Profit and Power to take up the lead. Good price again each way at around $7. Costa Zeta to get a much better run and a much better transit from the barrier with Lucy joining up there, also each way around about the $14 mark. Watch Me Rock is the best bet of the day for mine. I just think this is going to be the prep where this horse just goes all the way through to become a top liner. And in the last, the 2 mares in a 2-bet strategy, Papa Vero Princess and Yarra Lee, but at about $12 and $15 each way, the 2 of them.
Bradley. The inform, the red hot, hot enough to solder.
Race 2, Just St. James, about the 450 mark. Race 4, Pure Excess, low 3s. Race 7, Black Ore at the mid-4s there. Race 8, Rope Them In at the 450 mark around that point. And race 10, Brave Spirit. The price has gone off a bit, but $5 plus.
The best of the AIs, Black Aura, race 7, number 6, and race 8, number 11, Ichi Way, London's Image. Time for a quick break.
From Kununurra in the far north to Esperance in the deep southeast, this is Tab Radio Racing and Sport.
Thank you very much. Time to say goodbye to you, Bradley. You've been very good today.
Thanks.
He's been up and about, hasn't he, for the week?
Apparently, Perth Racing have been trying to get him to replace Big John for Saturday, making
Why not?
little public appearances in the
Big
apricot
Brad.
number.
Big Brad Bosch.
Right. Thanks for coming in, Brad.
Good on you, mate.
You've
Thanks,
been
Brad.
fantastic. We need to get a look at these bigger races. Let's start off with the Everest. Let's get some tips from you boys. First off, I'll lead it up. Lady Shenandoah to be Tempted, Angel Capital, and I'm throwing an absolute Maddie in. Oh, I'm not. AI is. Mazoo to fall into fourth. Taking complete set against Ka Ying Rising.
Wow, there you go.
Not in your first four.
No.
Okay.
Oh, it's AI. It's not me.
Well,
Isn't that it though? Isn't it? It'll be just far too good for him, or it'll run last.
Be a flopperoo.
which way are you going? I know which way I'm going.
Well, I just see, because I don't do any in-depth form over there. I like having a little, just a little invested interest. The two for me are a War Machine and Tempted.
Mm-hmm.
Good race. Everest has always been a good race for a genuine top line up and comer. So
On the way
they're the
through.
ones that I target.
Yep.
If
All right.
there's looking for a bit of value.
$20 million race.
Yeah.
You go straight to the top. C. Waller, J. Mac. That run first up.
Jolly Star.
That run first up was as big a run as you'll ever see in the shorts there. That was an enormous win. Sat 3, 4, 5 wide the whole way, and just joined in down the outside. It was huge. Don't worry about the trial. It was just a
Kick over.
nothing trial. It was a track gallop. I'm going Jolly Star. The value for me out a bit wider, War Machine. Mm-hmm. And I also like, which I think will lead, Marzoo.
At the big odds.
At the huge price.
Caulfield Cup. This will go race number 9 on the card, part of World Pool, of course. AI doesn't tip many favourites, but it has made Half Yours almost an absolute special, and it's getting back out. I reckon anywhere around $3 is a bet. I'm with Jimmy Lee there and Greg Lee with Royal Supremacy. Absurd is my best of the Europeans, and Middle Earth. If it can jump, watch out. It can run a race.
Wow, there you go. Don't mind that, Middle Earth. With the
Let's look up there, and who's on that screen? M. Zara.
the big
There you
dog,
go.
my favourite Eastern States jockey there going around, Mark Zara.
Well, he's on Middle Earth. Look at that.
There you go. I am going to have something on the Frenchman,
And Maidan. Yeah.
That'll be me.
$8.50. And Rusty?
I think Half Yours is as good a good thing as you'll see in a Caulfield
Living,
Cup.
breathing.
No, in a Caulfield Cup.
Yep. Well, what was that one in the pandemic of Moody's?
It's as good as it.
Yeah.
There you go. And like $2.90, $3. It'll get to $3, no risk. Drawn 2, Jamie Mullum. If you're going wider to try to save, the only other danger I think to it is Robbie Dolan, the old Singapore jock, who's back. Royal Supremacy from Ireland. Great record. Really big win there last start in the Metrop. And they're the two for mine.
Okay, the 1,000 Guineas is another Group 1 on the day, and I know Apocalyptic is on everyone's lips, but that win of get a good feeling was amazing. So I'm going, AI's going 4 to beat 12, Mating Call, Chateau, and Cherish Me.
Chateau.
Yeah. Any thoughts on the 1,000 Guineas, anyone? If not,
Favourite.
Forever Hold Your Peace. Both
Favourite.
with Apocalyptic.
Yeah, wins.
The Moonga Plate, so these are legs of the quaddie. Media World, gee, it was a good run last start, and the start before. Warney had no luck. 6-11, Payliners 9, West Star can run a race at 5, and Private Eye back in 5th at 2.
He'd want to run a race in this field.
The lucky last, the Tristark. What about the win of Splashback? And I'm going with it again. 2 to beat 10, Tulleries, 4, Lady Jones, 6, Glasgow Lass, and 8, Sassy Boom.
I was at the Valley on Manikato night, Mart, and let me tell you, it wasn't an enjoyable one from a pocket sense, but Splashback got me out in the last, so got to follow up for the big man.
Up into that 3 wide line and got the toe in.
a rose as a horse just came around the corner.
There's no better place than watching one like that.
There's nothing like it.
And you can see them coming.
Yeah.
It's a great feeling.
And no one in the vicinity was on either. I think I was the only one who'd splash back.
When they're swooping.
But when it's the other way.
When you're leading, you can see they're coming.
And you're thinking,
it's only a short straight. I'm nearly home here. And then they go, bang, you don't run a place.
I'm going Mark Zara in the last. There you go.
Tullery's, that's the one we've got to run second. So AI and the Silver Eagle, it's blown it up here. 9, Sabage. But when I went back and looked at its run in Adelaide, gee, it was a big run. I think was that the Goodwood? 6, Raikkonen will lead. 13, Harlem Queen. 8 and 10. A couple of roughies there.
I'm a big fan of Gerringong as a horse.
Yeah, in the blue and white colours. King Charles?
In the King Charles, surely Fangirl's got to be the one to beat.
Wasn't it, last start?
Huge.
I'm going for Lightning to strike twice with 4, Lake Forest.
Okay.
8. Now, the form out of the Epsom, it always holds up somewhere.
Yep.
So I'm going 8 and 12, 8 and 9, Pia and El Costello, and 12 down the bottom, the filly within the law. Can run a bit of a race. So 4, 8, 9 and 12
48
there.
kilos.
Yeah.
Geez, you'd have to think,
How'd you like me riding 48?
I'm warming to Lake Forest.
Yeah. Remember its win that last time. It was amazing.
Proper win, and that's a proper race of Golden Eagle.
Tell you what is a proper man too is the nephew, Big Matty Young. He's a beauty.
He's a ripper.
They tell me when WWE were in town, I don't know which one it was, but he got injured, and they sent out a cheerio, and they said, "Is the big fella available?" And I think he was calling it Calabaron or something like that.
Otherwise, he was in.
He was in,
and I was going to be in his corner with the bucket.
He would have held his own too. I reckon.
Don't worry about that.
Right.
He's a specimen.
held his own
He's
too,
a
I reckon.
heavyweight specimen.
He would have been all right. He's got that look about him.
He's got that little grin about him at the moment. He's like he's cooking up something.
All the best to the team in Leinster.
Yeah.
Early start. Don't
Big
forget,
show.
be out there 6 a.m. The plane is in the air.
Yeah. Mandurah race number 2 is not far away either. Thursdays at Mandurah, the novice over the 300. And a wave of fun is $2.20 into $1.95, and on top there for Slavitsk. Knox George is $3.40 out to $4.40, $4.60 out to $5.50 goes roaming around, and the top has been firm at $6.50. So 2, 3, 1 and 8 are the selections there for Ryan Levitsky. Thanks for our sponsors. Who's won it for the Mundaring Hotel?
I'm going to give it to Glenn from Freo.
Glenn of Freo.
Very good.
Going to give it to Glenn for his Greg Lee.
Okay.
He'll love it up there at the moment.
Honourable mention to Jared from Scarborough. Jared's won a few. Jared's won one already, so give it to Glennie.
And I'll be on the first floor at Ascot if anyone wants to say hello. And if I can rope them in, get up there to see us on the first floor.
Beautifully done, Rusty.
They don't let me in, Rusty, so I'll wave at you.
Also, if you want to go anywhere in the world, give Trombone Travel a ring as well. But let's go down to Mandurah. Here's Ryan Levitsky.